Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Fluento, Everyday English for Real Life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Hey, Anna.
Hey, David. How are you feeling today?
Honestly, a little slow. The sky is very gray outside my window, and I think my brain is still sleeping.
Oh, I know that feeling. It is one of those soft, quiet mornings. I actually like gray mornings sometimes. Everything feels calm.
That is a very positive way to see it, Anna. I like that. Maybe I will try your thinking.
That is the spirit. Well, good morning to everyone listening. Whether you're at home, on the bus, taking a walk, or drinking your coffee right now, we are so happy you are here with us.
Yes, welcome. Sit back, relax, and just listen. You do not need to do anything difficult today. Just enjoy some natural English conversation.
Exactly. And you know what, David? I was thinking about something this morning while I was making my tea.
What were you thinking about?
I was thinking about how every single day we do the same things. We wake up, we wash our face, we make something to drink, and we begin again.
That is true. Every day has a beginning and an end, and in the middle, life happens.
Yes, and today that is exactly what we want to talk about. Not in a big, complicated way, just in a simple, honest way. Our days, our little habits, our routines.
Our routines. I like that word. It sounds very organized. I am not always very organized, but I like the word.
You always make me smile, David. Okay, so let's start. Tell me, what happens for you before 9 in the morning?
Before 9. Okay, well, first I wake up. My alarm goes off at 7:15.
That is a reasonable time. Do you get up immediately?
Define immediately.
Okay, so maybe not immediately.
I lie there for a few minutes. I look at the ceiling. I think about my day. Sometimes I think about breakfast. Sometimes I think about nothing at all.
That is very honest. I think a lot of people do that. They wake up, but they are not really awake yet.
Exactly. My eyes are open, but my brain says, "Not yet, David, not yet."
I love that. My morning is a little different. I wake up at 6:45, and the first thing I do, even before I sit up, is stretch.
Stretch? Like in your bed?
Yes, I stretch my arms up, I stretch my legs long, and I take one big, slow breath. It only takes about 30 seconds, but it really helps me feel awake.
That sounds nice, actually. I just check my phone.
Ah, yes, the phone check.
I know. It's probably not the best habit, but I check the time, I check the weather, I check if anyone sent me a message while I was sleeping.
And did anyone?
Usually no, but I check anyway.
That is very human, David. We all do little things like that. These small habits, they are part of who we are.
That is true. So, Anna, after your big stretch, what do you do next?
I go to the kitchen and I boil water for my tea. I always have 1 cup of green tea in the morning. It's warm and quiet, and it helps me think.
Green tea. Very calm. Very Anna.
Yes, I suppose it is. What about you? Do you eat breakfast?
I do. I always eat breakfast. I think breakfast is very important. I usually have toast with peanut butter and a glass of orange juice. Simple, but good.
That sounds really nice. I usually have yogurt with some fruit, blueberries if I have them, sometimes just a banana.
Yogurt and blueberries. That is very healthy, Anna.
I try. Oh, David, speaking of mornings, something funny happened to me last week.
Oh, yes? Tell me.
So I was making my tea. I had just woken up, my eyes were still a little heavy. I went to the kitchen and I opened the fridge to get the milk.
Okay.
I poured something into my tea, I stirred it, I took a sip, and it tasted very, very strange.
Oh, no. What was it?
I had poured orange juice into my tea, not milk. Orange juice.
Green tea and orange juice?
Green tea and orange juice together in 1 cup.
That sounds not good.
It was terrible. I was so tired that I grabbed the wrong bottle from the fridge. They were the same size, both were cold, I just didn't look.
Oh, Anna, that is such a morning person mistake.
I know! I was so surprised. I looked at my cup like, what happened to you?
I love that story. That makes me feel better about checking my phone for no reason.
We all have our morning moments. That's the point.
We really do. Okay, so let's move forward a little bit. It's now, say, 10 or 11 in the morning. What gives you energy, Anna? What keeps you going?
Good question. Honestly, once I sit at my desk and I start working, I feel more awake. The work itself gives me energy. I like to organize my tasks first. I write a small list of what I need to do, just 3 or 4 things, nothing too long.
A list. I respect that. I also make lists sometimes.
Do you follow your lists?
Sometimes. About half the time.
Honest answer.
The other half, I look at my list and I think, I will do this tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I make a new list.
David, that is not quite how lists work.
I know, but I am learning. Slowly.
And that is perfectly okay. Slowly is still moving forward.
See, that is why I like talking to you, Anna. You always say something encouraging.
Well, I mean it. Everyone goes at their own pace. That is true for daily routines, and it is also true for learning English. There is no perfect speed.
That is a really good reminder. And listeners, if you are learning English right now, please hear that. You are doing well. You are here, you are listening, and that is already something to feel good about.
Absolutely. Okay, so David, midday. Let's say it is around noon or 1 o'clock. How do you usually feel?
Honestly, I start to feel a bit tired around noon. My energy goes down a little. I think it is my natural rhythm.
That is actually very common. A lot of people feel a dip in energy in the early afternoon.
A dip, yes, like a little hill going down.
And what do you do when you feel that way?
I take a short break. I go to the kitchen and I make coffee. I look out the window for a few minutes. I do not look at my screen.
That is actually very smart. Stepping away from the screen helps your brain rest.
And then I come back and I feel a little better, not totally new, but better.
I have a similar moment in my afternoon. Around 2 o'clock, I sometimes feel a little flat. So I stand up, I go outside for 10 minutes, I just walk around my neighborhood, I look at trees, I look at houses, I breathe the air.
That sounds peaceful.
It really is. And when I come back, my focus is sharper. It's like a small reset.
I love that idea. A small reset. I might try that instead of the extra coffee.
Maybe try both.
Good compromise.
You know, what I find interesting is how different people get their energy back in different ways. Some people need quiet, some people need to move, some people need to talk to someone.
That is so true. I think I need a mix. A little quiet, a little movement, and then definitely a snack.
The snack is very important.
Very. I usually have some nuts or a piece of fruit, something small.
I like that. I usually have a small piece of dark chocolate in the afternoon, just 1 or 2 squares.
Ooh, that is a good habit.
It's my little reward for making it through the morning.
I like how you think, Anna. Okay, let's talk about the afternoon. Maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. Does your focus change later in the day?
Yes, definitely. In the afternoon, I usually do things that are a little easier. In the morning, I do my hardest thinking, writing, planning, problem solving. In the afternoon, I answer messages, I organize files, I do smaller tasks.
That is a smart system. Work with your energy, not against it.
Exactly. I read that tip somewhere and it changed the way I work.
I try to do the same, but sometimes my afternoon self thinks he can do big things, and then he's wrong.
Have you ever started something big in the afternoon and then just stopped?
Oh, yes. Just last Tuesday, I decided at 4 o'clock that I was going to reorganize my entire bookshelf. Big idea, very ambitious.
And?
I took all the books off the shelf. There were books everywhere, on the floor, on the sofa, on the table, and then I got tired.
Oh no!
The books stayed on the floor for 2 days. I had to walk around them to get to the kitchen.
David, the ambition was there at least.
The ambition was absolutely there. The energy was not.
Well, they say knowing yourself is a form of wisdom. You know what your afternoon self can and cannot do.
Next time, I will wait for Morning David to organize the books. He's more reliable.
That is a very good plan.
So, the evening, this is my favorite part of the day. The day is done, the work is finished, time to rest. What does your evening look like, Anna?
I love my evenings. Around 6 or 7 o'clock, I cook dinner. I really enjoy cooking. It's like a creative hobby for me.
What do you usually make?
It depends on the day. If I'm tired, I make something simple. Pasta, soup, rice with vegetables. If I have more energy, I try something new. Last week, I made a lentil curry from a recipe I found.
Ooh, how was it?
It was really good, actually. I was quite proud of myself.
I can imagine. I like cooking too, but I often make the same 5 or 6 things. I have my safe meals.
Safe meals are good. What is your favorite safe meal?
Eggs. I can make eggs in so many ways. Scrambled, fried, boiled. Eggs never let me down.
Eggs are always there for you.
Always. Loyal and delicious.
Okay, so after dinner, what do you do?
After dinner, I like to sit and do something quiet. Sometimes I watch a documentary. I love learning about nature or history or how things are made.
That sounds lovely. Do you watch alone or with someone?
Usually alone. I have a comfortable chair by the window. I sit there with a blanket, and it is just very peaceful.
I love that image. I do something similar. After dinner, I tidy the kitchen, just quickly, nothing big, and then I sit down with a book.
What kind of books do you read?
I love quiet stories. Books about ordinary people doing ordinary things, but written in a beautiful way. Does that make sense?
It does. Like the story finds magic in the small moments.
Yes, exactly like that.
I like that. Maybe I should read more. I always say I will read more, and then I watch documentaries instead.
Well, documentaries are learning too.
That is what I tell myself. Anna, do you have a nighttime ritual? Something you do before you sleep?
Yes, I try to stop looking at my phone about 30 minutes before bed. I make a small cup of chamomile tea, very gentle, no caffeine, and I think about one good thing from the day.
One good thing. I like that.
It does not have to be big. Sometimes it is just, the soup I made was really warm, or I had a nice conversation, or the sky looked beautiful this afternoon. Just one small thing.
That is a really lovely habit. It puts your mind in a gentle place before sleep.
Exactly, and I sleep much better when I do it.
I might try that. My nights are usually, I watch one more video and then another one, and then it's midnight, and I do not know how that happened.
Yes, the one more video problem.
It is a real problem. I'm working on it. I now put my phone across the room at 10:30 so I cannot reach it from the bed.
That is a great strategy. If it's not next to you, it's harder to pick up.
It works about 80% of the time. The other 20%, I just get up and go get it.
But 80% is good progress, David.
I will take 80%. I really will.
You know, talking about all of this, our routines, our little habits, our funny mistakes, our quiet evenings, I think it shows something important.
What does it show?
That routines are not just about being organized, they're about feeling safe. When you know what comes next, there's a kind of comfort in that. Your body knows the rhythm, your mind relaxes.
That is a beautiful way to put it. A rhythm. Yes, like a song you know by heart.
And even if you miss a step, like pouring orange juice into your tea,
Or keeping books on the floor for 2 days.
right, even then the routine comes back. The next morning, you begin again.
And that's actually quite hopeful, isn't it?
I think so. Every day is a new beginning. A new cup of tea, a new chance to do things just a little better than yesterday.
I love that. And for our listeners, I hope you feel that too. Whether you have a very organized routine or a very relaxed one, or somewhere in the middle, it's yours. And it's enough.
Beautifully said, David. Okay, let's slow down for a moment and look at some of the phrases we used today. This is the part of our show where we recap the language.
Yes, these are all simple, useful sentences. Try to say them with us.
I wake up at 6:45 in the morning.
I wake up at 7:15.
Notice, we say, I wake up at, and then the time. Easy and clear.
We also said, the first thing I do is.
For example, the first thing I do is stretch.
The first thing I do is check my phone.
You can finish that sentence with anything. The first thing I do is make coffee. The first thing I do is look out the window.
We also talked about what we do after something. After breakfast, I check my emails.
After lunch, I go for a short walk.
After dinner, I watch a documentary.
The word after tells us the order. First this, then that. Very simple and very useful.
We also used usually a lot today.
Yes, usually means this is my normal habit, most of the time. Not always, but often.
Usually, I have toast for breakfast.
Usually, I read before bed.
Usually, I make a list and then do not follow it.
All perfectly natural sentences. And remember, you don't need complicated grammar to talk about your routine. Just say what you do. Keep it simple.
That's the Fluento way.
Now, our favorite part of the episode. We want to hear from you.
Yes, tell us about your routine.
What time do you wake up? Are you an early morning person like me, or do you like to take your time like David?
No judgment here. All wake-up times are welcome.
What gives you energy during the day? Is it coffee, a walk, music, a good snack?
And what about your evening? What do you do to relax and wind down before sleep?
Write your answers in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you share a funny mistake, a morning moment, a kitchen mix-up, anything like that, we especially love those.
Those comments are our favorite. They make us laugh and feel very connected to you.
Because these small, everyday moments, they're universal. They remind us that we are all human. We all have our gray mornings and our orange juice tea accidents.
And we all keep going anyway.
Well, David, I think that's a beautiful place to end today.
It really is. I feel very warm inside right now, like I just had a nice cup of tea.
Good tea, not with orange juice.
Never again with orange juice.
To everyone listening, thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. Your English is growing every time you listen, every time you try, every time you say a new sentence out loud.
And remember, simple English is powerful English. You don't need big, complicated words to express your life. Your life is interesting exactly as it is.
Say it simply, say it clearly, say it with confidence. That's all you need.
We'll be back very soon with a new episode. Until then, take care, keep practicing, and enjoy your routine.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time. Bye.